Here is how you become a crypto trader in 10 minutes. In this video, you will learn the absolute best strategy with the steps to execute it and how you become good at it. This strategy has the potential to make you millions and solve all of your financial issues, so pay very close attention. Let's get right into it. So this is Bitcoin. I'm using TradingView, by the way, and this strategy consists on market dynamics. As you can see, price goes up and down and up and down, and it moves seemingly randomly, but there's a pattern to it, that there is a reason to it. And this strategy consists on using this formula, this pattern. As you can see, price starts moving up, it creates a high like this one, there's a high, then drops down, creating a low like this, and it continues up. The moment price overcomes the previous high, that is when we draw the box. This is the box, and you draw it from the previous high and the previous low. That is very important. It may sound simple, but it's very important. When you do that, price is likely to come down to the box somewhere, maybe here, maybe here, maybe here, and continue up. It may continue just a little bit, or continue this just to take this high, or continue further than that. We don't know about that, but our strategy tells us that price is gonna bounce on this range that we've created. Why? Because price, once it overcomes the previous high, it becomes strong on this level. It's unlikely to go down further down. It's very unlikely, because that would indicate a change in dynamics and price would simply switch to a bearish pattern. It's a lot of things going on, but that's the truth of it. So let me show you a few examples on how this can be applied and when it couldn't work. By the way, this also works when price goes down. The same thing, is just you draw the box, but you draw it on this area. All right, you would enter right here on this bounce. You expect this bounce right here, somewhere in the range, and you take a profit with a 1-to-1 ratio. All right, so let's draw it here. Imagine price goes from the high to the low, and then it comes back, and the previous low is consumed. By that I mean price went below that level. This is the same pattern right here. This is using candles just because there's more precision to it. So when this happens, when the range is created, we draw our box from here to here, from the low to the high. You can specify this high or this high, but I like this one. It's a very subjective thing, but that's how it works. So when you have your box, you wait for price to come back, which is right here, and maybe you can wait a bit to the middle of the range because there's a big range, or you can get into it a bit sooner. Then you place your entry, you go short on that, and you aim for a 1-to-1 ratio, which means your stop loss is at the same distance as your entry. In this case, we hit a profit. Our entry was successful because price went here to here. That was a win. That's what you want. Let me show you another example, a bullish example. This happens all the time on all time frames. Right now I'm using the daily time frame, but you can use any time frame. Usually people trade this with the 1 minute time frame. Here, same pattern, you see. It comes from below, it creates a high, retraces, then creates another high. And that's where you draw your range. And you see, this was a beautiful example, because from here you enter anytime. You can enter maybe right here, just at the top, and set your stop loss right at the bottom. You could target price, you could go for a 1-to-1, or you can target this high, price may come to this high, which it did, or you can target this other high, or you can leave it run and continue holding until you feel like, for a massive 10% win. This is a very big win, and you may see a few of those. Now, if you want to go deeper into this strategy, you may want to look for sweeps. This is a sweep right here. Price goes below these two levels right here, which means that once it's finished going down, it's, you know, all the people that went short or long, they exited the market, and now price is, you know, there are no sellers, and price is likely to reverse and continue up, which is exactly what happened here. This is another sweep right here. You see the high was taken and then it dropped. All the buyers or sellers were eliminated from the market and then went down. Let me show you another example there. This happens all the time. It doesn't work all the time, by the way, but it happens very often. This strategy right here. A low, a high, and another high. When this happens, you draw your range and you enter anywhere in the range. It's a very simple process, but you may be surprised by how difficult it is to execute this, because there's a lot of psychology to this and there's a lot of subjectivity to this. You need to know when to enter, when to exit, and how you feel about it, because when you see your price moving, you will feel very, very intense emotions. You will feel greed, you will feel FOMO, you will feel anger, all of these different emotions that will mess your profits. So simply follow the strategy as I've displayed here, and you will make a lot of money in crypto. This is how you become a crypto trader. This is how people make millions of dollars. Hope that's been clear, and you can see this happen all the time. Just wait for price to create this pattern and wait for it, and then you see you can draw it here, and maybe in the future maybe it will come here. We don't know yet. Wait a minute. But yeah, it looks like it did. You see right here, you could have set up a short, go for a 1-to-1, and that right there, you duplicated your money if you risk everything basically. But yeah, that's how you make a lot of money, and I hope you enjoy the strategy. Make sure to comment, to subscribe, and if you want to learn more about it, click on the link in the description.